Are you ready for pain? Are you ready for suffering? If the answer is yes, then you're ready.
Theo Vaughn.
My neighborhood really was just poor black and poor white. And so I hear a lot about white privilege, and I'm like, fuck, man. Missed that. I mean, I knew some motherfuckers with sweaters, okay? Don't get me wrong, you know? But I was 2 tank tops in the winter.
Well, let's dissect this a little bit. It's something we hear about a lot. White people saying that they were poor and therefore they missed their privilege. Where was it? Obviously wasn't there when they were handing that out. Blah, 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 blah. And while I do understand that this is a joke, it was meant to bring some comedic value to an otherwise sensitive topic. But I think it's important to remember what white privilege actually is. Just because you were poor, living next to me or some other brother or sister in the hood, does not automatically mean that you obfuscate your white privilege. The system, the socio-political structure that is literally built around your skin color, for your skin color, and by your skin color, is literally what we're talking about. If you are white, or if you're black and you're trying to discuss it, there is something you need to understand. And I cannot stress this enough. White privilege is the idea and or concept that you, based on your skin color, you have a better place in the society that we live in. By the nature of the system and structure that we live in, you, white person, can literally go an entire lifetime without considering how your skin color, a phenotype, will affect the way that you have to move through that societal structure. That is white privilege. Not how much money you have, not how much money your daddy had, not who you marry. It is none of these things and more. It is literally based on the concept that you can walk through your life, if you so choose, without any concern for your skin color or what it will do to anything you want to do in your life. If you're white, you do not have to teach your children that because of the way they look, they may or may not encounter some kind of prejudicial thing based on the way that they look. And that in and of itself is a privilege. Come on.
Gender identity and gender presentation are not the same thing. Gender identity is your internal knowing of yourself and how you experience your own gender, whereas gender presentation is how you express your gender. Gender presentation has to do with appearance, mannerisms, voice, dress, and other physical manifestations of your internal gender. So our gender presentation is a tool that we can use to express our gender identity, but it is not something we can use to assume our gender identity. Long story short, you can't assume someone's gender identity based on their presentation because they're two separate things.
This is a video of 2 guys cuddling and everybody thinks it should be normalized. So in the video, these 2 guys are showing affection towards each other by cuddling, and people are supporting them. One person says so many guys are so deprived of male affection because guys nowadays are so insecure. Another person says bro cuddles need to be normalized. Somebody even said this is such a green flag. And the list of positivity just goes on. Do y'all think this type of stuff should be normalized? Let me know in the comments.
Okay, so maybe it doesn't help you, but it helps other people, you ugly rat. Don't comment on my videos.
I want to thank me. I want to thank me for believing in me. I want to thank me for doing all this hard work. I want to thank me for having no days off.
Okay, new rule. Raise your hand if you are a mammal of the ocean. No, put your hands down, none of you. Dolphin noises are done.
Hey mom, have you heard of multisexuality?
No, what's that?
It's an umbrella term for being attracted to more than one gender.
Isn't the umbrella term bisexual?
Yeah, I thought bisexual was just a label and an umbrella.
As far as I know, bisexual includes omnisexual, pansexual, polysexual.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is between bisexual and multisexual.
Let us know in the comments.
The amount of straight up drug confessions that I've heard in the past 13 hours is astonishing. So I go to a PWI right now, and I've heard at least 4 white kids today say that they had done some kind of drug. And I'm really wondering, like, where are the police? Where are the prosecutors? Where is the district attorney, the sheriff, the coroner? Where are all these people? Because had they not been white and somebody else heard this, I'm pretty sure all of those people would have been involved somehow, some way, some shape. And I think it's so interesting how bold they are to just make these confessionals and have it be true, and then just nobody show up. No police, no FBI, no investigators, no anybody.
Somewhere in the world you got a robber and a bank, and the bank robbed the people, so the people robbed the bank. The police tried to get him, but they let him get away, 'cause they're all just working to get paid the very same, and so they keep on twiddling them thumbs. Skillet-dee-dee-dum, skillet-dee-dee-dum. You're gonna keep on twiddling them thumbs. Skillet-dee-dee-dum.
Welcome to another episode of Plushy Problems, a place to practice pronouns. Today, let's meet Marv. Marv goes by a few sets of noun pronoun, including dino, dino self, spark, spark self, and flare, flare self, with a preference for dino self. What's Marv's dilemma? Dino writes articles and publishes them dino self. Recently, a big publication reached out to Flare and asked if they could use Dino's work. When Spark asked about compensation, Dino was told it would be for the exposure. Spark's website isn't very well known, so Dino is definitely considering this, although Flare definitely doesn't think that it's fair. Dino's not really sure how to go about asking for more compensation than they're willing to give Flare. And this could genuinely be a good opportunity for Dino. Dino's friends are pushing Spark not to agree unless there's compensation. Dino is a little worried that if Flare says no, Dino's work is going to get reproduced anyway without Spark's permission, and maybe even with no credit given to Dino, so Flare is pretty hesitant to turn down the deal.
Do you have any advice for Marv? Dino would love your help. Let Dino know in the comments.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I have to go.
What the heck is A, B, C, D, E, F, G mean?
It's just a phrase I like to use. That means
is that a real phrase?
The conversation is over.
The teacher I assist today isn't here. The class isn't here. No one told me. Guess I'll continue my research while listening to the German class next door.
Hello? Among Us! Hello? Among Us!
Y'a pas de raison. On n'a pas besoin de raison quand on a l'héroïne.
Pick somebody else. Pick somebody else. I'm not addressing this crowd right now. Please pick somebody else.
I am the Lorax. I speak for the LGBTs. Quit dead naming and misgendering, my friends, or I'm taking your knees.
Hey, text me real quick. Right here. And we're going to talk about toxic masculinity really quickly. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's such a broad topic. How are we just going to sit and talk about it? You're right. You're so smart. So we're going to talk about the part of it that is currently pissing me off, which is the fetishization of bisexual women and the erasure and invalidation done to bisexual men. And yes, toxic masculinity is most definitely to blame. You see, society goes in line with whatever a straight male wants or can fantasize about. And since straight men always fantasize about women doing sexual things, they think a bisexual woman is like the answer to their fantasies. Therefore, they're accepted. I put quotes because they're not accepting anything. They're just excited about what you might do for them. On the flip side, bisexual men obviously do not fit in the fantasy of a straight male, which means they go into the dislike pile, and those in the dislike pile get condemned. All of a sudden, bisexual men are just confused gay people. That's because straight people don't have to think or comprehend the complexity that is the sexual spectrum. To them, it's binary. You see why I'm irritated?